Good evening to all. My name is A. Divesh Kumar. I am studying 8th standard. I am coming from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School in at Villianur. I am very happy to participate in Dictum of Dictation. Thank you.
Good evening to all. My name is M.I. Mohammad Aslam. I am studying 7th standard from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School at Villianur. I am very happy to participate in Dictum of Dictation. Thank you.
Good evening to all. I am J. Yogeshwaran. I am studying 7th standard. I am from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School, Villianur. I am very glad to participate in Dictum of Dictation. Thank you.
Good evening to all. My name is C. Vijayaraj. I am studying 8th standard. I am coming from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School at Villianur. I am very glad to participate in Dictum of Dictation.
Good evening to all. My name is S. Varun Selvam. I am studying 7th standard. I am coming from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School at Villianur. I am very glad to participate in Dictum of Dictation. Thank you.
Good evening to all. My name is S. Aravind. I am studying 9th standard. I am coming from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School in Villianur. I am very happy to participate in Dictum of Dictation. Thank you.
Good evening to all. My name is M. Santosh. I am studying 7th standard. I am coming from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School in Villianur. I am very happy to participate in Dictum of Dictation. Thank you.
Good evening to all. My name is B. Selvakumar. I am studying 9th standard. I am coming from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School at Villianur. I am very glad to participate in Dictum of Dictation. Thank you.
Good evening to all. My name is S. Thamichelvan. I am studying 9th standard. I am coming from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School at Villianur. I am very happy to participate in Dictum of Dictation. Thank you.
Good evening to all. My name is M. Thamichelvan. I am studying 9th standard. I am coming from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School at Villianur. I am very happy to participate in Dictum of Dictation. Thank you.
Good evening to all. I am M. Praveen Raj. I am studying 8th standard from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School at Villianur. I am very glad to participate in Dictum of Dictation. Thank you.
Good evening, children.
Good evening.
Very nice. And good evening, audience. I'm glad to be here today amidst our little boys from Our Lady of Lourdes Boys High School at Villianur, Puducherry, for their participation in our program Dictum of Dictation. Okay, I'm glad. This is a very highly stacked show, only boys except for me. But today even I'm more or less like them. So it's a rather stacked show and I hope you will all enjoy it. They are a little crispy, of course, but I'm sure they'll enjoy it and treat you too. Are we ready for the dictation? You want me to go with the dictation immediately or a little later? Immediately. You want to finish it and get it off. But I have to talk a little with you all. Okay, so that you be a little easy and happy. Okay, so first let me ask you the same thing I spoke earlier. You all know how to pronounce THE as the. Can you hear the Z sound? Are you happy to have learnt it? Good. And also about the words ending with an O at the end. How should you read it? Go. Go, do, so. Okay? It should end with an O sound. Okay. Next. I know. Did I tell you the rules already? No, I didn't tell you. I told you? See, the first 10 words, dictation words that I'd be giving you is only to warm you up. to get you into the mood of dictation. And after that, after those 10 words, we'll be launching into our passage. And that passage is where you will be evaluated. Okay? And accordingly, we will select 5 of you who have the best performance. Okay? The first 5 best performers. And out of the 5, the first 4 are eligible to participate in the mega dictation, which we'll be having after our 25 episodes. Okay? And if any one of you is going to have some difficulty in participating, the 5th member, who will be a standby, will take your place. Okay? Only if you are being absent. Otherwise, only the 4 of you will be participating. Okay? So, mega dictation, it's going to be huge, with all VIPs coming to bless you and encourage you. Okay? It will be among 100 students from various other schools too. Okay? But I will be your dictator, however. Okay? Shall we go into the dictation? Yes. Now, pens, papers, names, everything ready? Get your pens into your hands. So let's start with the dictation words for the warming up. Are we ready, children? Okay, the first word, taciturn. Taciturn. I shall repeat it once again. Taciturn. The second word, induction. Induction. Nowadays you have vessels which are induction adaptable, compatible. Okay? Induction is the form of current which is being propagated. Third word, apprentice. Apprentice. Apprentice, finished. Fourth word, impress. Impress. Fourth word, impress. Finished? Fifth word, virtues. Virtues. See, virtues are the good qualities which enable you to be unique and outstanding wherever you are. Okay? So all of us ought to have virtues. Okay? Now the sixth word, opportunity. Opportunity. Do you want me to tell it like the general way, or opportunity is fine? Normally we say opportunity, but it is opportunity normally. Okay? Seventh word, heroic. Seventh word, heroic. Hero, whatever a hero does is heroic. Okay? Eighth word, eventually. 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 Ninth word, bulletin. Bulletin. What's a bulletin? A notice or any information, okay, which is stuck on a board is called bulletin. 10th and the last warm-up word, gossip. What is gossip? கிசு கிசு தமிழில் சொல்லுவாங்களே, நடிகர் நடிகைகளை பற்றியெல்லாம் வந்து அப்படி புரளின்னு சொல்ல முடியாது, பட் என்ன சொல்கிறது, ஏதாவது என்டர்டெய்னிங்காக கிசு கிசு அப்படிங்கிறாங்களே, அதுதான் காசிப். ஒருத்தரை பற்றி ஒருத்தர் கிசு கிசுக்கிறது காசிப். லேடிஸுக்கு அது ரொம்ப ஃபேவரட் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. ஐ டோன்ட் நோ அபவுட் மென், பட் லேடிஸ்க்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச ஒரு ஹாபி வந்து காசிப். ஹேய், அவள் புடவையை பார்த்தியா, அழகாக இருக்குது, ஆனால் எங்கேருந்து பிடிச்சான்னு தான் தெரியல. அவளுக்கு என்ன, அவளுக்கு நிறைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, யார் வேணால் அவளுக்கு கிஃப்ட் கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க, இப்படியெல்லாம் இதெல்லாம் தான் புறணி தான் அது. பட் gossip. Okay, கிசு கிசு. Now to the passage. Ready for the passage? Good. See, I will repeat it 3 times. அதனால கவனமாக கேட்டு, சப்போஸ் யூ மிஸ்ஸிங் 1 or 2 words, அந்த ஸ்பேஸ் விட்டுட்டு கண்டினியூ பண்ணு. Now let's start. An aspiring youth. An aspiring youth joined a daily. An aspiring youth joined a daily. When I say a daily, it means a daily newspaper. Okay, joined a daily. They call it daily for short. As an apprentice. An aspiring youth joined a daily as an apprentice. Full stop. Do you want me to repeat that sentence, or are you all fine with it? Everybody got it? Okay, next sentence. After 3 days of rigorous training. After 3 days of rigorous training and induction, he was asked to go to the field and come back with a story worth publishing. Full stop. Have you all got this sentence? After toiling through the streets and braving the heat for close to 6 hours. Close to 6 hours, he was returning to office. He was returning to office with a sense of failure, as he hadn't collected a worthwhile, one word, okay? Worthwhile story. Full stop. Shall I repeat? After toiling through the streets and braving the heat for close to 6 hours, he was returning to office with a sense of failure as he hadn't collected a worthwhile story. Full stop. Next sentence. He came to a junction. He came to a junction where three roads met in a open single quotes and write capital Y. Sorry, open quotes, inverted commas la single commas varumla adu potittu capital Y. Two roads met in a open single quotes, write capital Y, close the single quotes, formation. So he came to a junction where three roads met in a Y formation. Full stop. He noticed two buses. He noticed two buses speeding towards the junction. Speeding, you know the spelling for speed. Speeding towards the junction from the two opposite roads. From the two opposite roads, comma, oblivious, meaning of oblivious is forgetting, not being aware, okay, oblivious of what they were heading for. Head, you know the spelling? Heading for. You want me to repeat? I'll repeat now. Listen again. He noticed two buses speeding towards the junction from the two opposite roads. From the two opposite roads, comma, oblivious of what they were, oblivious of what they were heading for. Full stop. Of what they were. They were heading for. Full stop. Next sentence. An accident seemed almost an accident seemed almost inevitable. Seemed almost inevitable. One word, inevitable. Full stop. The young reporter, next sentence, the young reporter used his presence of mind, ran to the meeting point, of the two roads, vigorously waved both his hands. Vigorously waved. Youth reporter ne எழுதி வச்சிருக்கேன். Okay, let me repeat. The young reporter used his presence of mind, ran to the meeting point, of the two roads, vigorously waved. What's your problem? Meeting point of the two roads. Listen பண்ணனும். Vigorously waved both his hands, screamed at the top of his voice, and eventually succeeded in stopping both the buses. Full stop. I shall repeat again. The young reporter used his presence of mind, ran to the meeting point of the two roads, vigorously waved both his hands, screamed at the top of his voice, and eventually succeeded in stopping both the buses. Full stop. Got it? Next sentence. hundreds of passengers, hundreds of passengers, from hundreds of passengers, from who are passengers? People who travel. From both the buses, from both the buses, took the youth's hand, took the youth's hand into theirs, and thanked him, and thanked him. 3 dots. Some even into their hands, and thanked him. 3 dots. Children, I need to tell this to you because you're all making a lot of mistakes because you're using capital letters for each word you're writing. You're supposed to use capital letters only if it is a proper noun or the beginning of a sentence. Proper noun means the name, particular name, like Mary, Krishna, anything. That only you should write with capital letters, not each and every word like you did. It'll all be marked a mistake because this is English language, and in language all what you write will be considered. The punctuations, if you write capital letters at each and every moment, it will be marked wrong. Okay? So be careful. I'm noticing a lot of you using capital letters in between the sentence, which is not permitted. So after the 3 dots, some even kissed him. Some even kissed him. Full stop. However, on hearing, after the full stop, capital letter. However, comma, on hearing this heroic story, this heroic, you already wrote in dictation words, warming up. Heroic story from the young reporter, comma, the editor, comma, the editor of the newspaper, the editor of the newspaper sacked him. Meaning of sacked here is dismissed him, sent him out. Okay? Sacked him. அவனை ஒரு கோணி சாக்கில் போட்டு மூடலை, அவனை வேலையை விட்டு நீக்கிட்டாங்க. அதுக்கு பேர் தான் sacked him. Okay? Sacked him, saying, comma, open inverted commas, double quotes, you, capital Y, you missed a golden opportunity. A golden, I should be telling opportunity, but since you are having difficulty getting it, I'm telling it your way. A golden opportunity of a dramatic of a golden opportunity of a dramatic story, a dramatic story worthy of headlines, worthy, you know to write worth. Worthy is just an addition of another one alphabet. Worthy of headlines. Full stop, close inverteds. Full stop and then put the close inverteds. You opened it, remember? Now you have to close it. Yes, double quotes. Next paragraph, just one more sentence, okay? Next paragraph. Next paragraph means leave that line and start in the next line away from the margin. Away from the margin. That's starting a paragraph. We do not live. We do not live in a bad world. We do not live in a bad world. Full stop. Next sentence. It's just that the bad makes news. Full stop. That's the end of your passage. Okay? We shall stop here for today. Okay? And then I'll discuss with you about some of the mistakes I noticed, which is very prevalent. Okay? Thank you, children. We'll go for a break. Yes, thank you.